Welcome to the fifth video in this series, which guides you through how to get started creating your own 3D animations in Blender. In the first four videos, we talked through how to get started using Blender, creating your own 3D models and applying some textures and materials to them. But rather than creating everything yourself, it's useful to know some websites available that allow you to download free resources, so that can be textures, 3D models, backgrounds that you are allowed to use in your own projects. And we'll look at how you can do that legally and what restrictions there are on their usage. So by the end of this video, we will download a couple of dinosaurs and we will set up a scene with a HDRI. So that's the background image that you can see that's affecting all of the lighting on the sphere that the dinosaur's standing on, and know how to reference them correctly. So if we start with a default cube, let's add a subdivision surface modifier to the cube and shade smooth like we've done in previous tutorials. And this time, rather than using the material view, we're going to go for the render view so we can see a little bit more lighting. The next couple of videos are going to be on animation and lighting, so you'll learn how to affect that later. But I would like this to look far more metallic and shiny. So if I turn metallic up and roughness down, it looks shiny-ish, but it'd be really nice if we could see something in the scene other than just a light reflecting. So that's where HDRIs come in. We are going to use Polyhaven for HDRIs. You can search for all sorts of different ones. HDRIs are high dynamic range images, and it's an image that's deliberately set up to tessellate, to repeat on a sphere. So if we download this image, we want to learn how to get that image into Blender. So in Blender, we click on the globe icon for world settings, and we click on the blob next to color and an environment texture. Then we have to open the file that we've just downloaded. So I've got that in downloads, and it's an EXR file. It's a pretty big file because I think this is at 4K and it's all the way around the scene. And you'll notice rather than just being a background, it also affects the lighting on any objects that reflect. So this can add a huge amount of depth and realism to your scenes if you choose the right HDRI. Next, we would like some 3D models. So I'm going to recommend Sketchfab, and we're going to download two dinosaurs and combine the two together. So links will be in the description. But before we do, we must keep track of all of the Creative Commons resources that you use. If you are entering a competition, you have to guarantee that it's either all your work or Creative Commons resources. So we need the licensing information, something like this. So this says this is copyright free. Let's click to find out a little bit more. It tells you more about the license on here. I'm just going to link to this page, knowing that CC0 is copyright free. You can store that anywhere you like, but I'd recommend storing it inside your Blender scene on the scripting tab. Now this is designed for writing Python, so I'm going to put a hash in as a comment in Python and just paste in the link here and keep track of what it is. It's a HDRI. Ooh, your mouse determines where the keyboard works. So I was typing, but it didn't work because my mouse was over the menu. I have to put my mouse over the text editor. There we go. HDRI is from here. Great. Let's go back to the layout and find the dinosaur. Let's download this one. Download 3D model. Here we go. And I like Sketchfab because it just lets you copy all of the credits nice and easily. We can put that into it's like an assets table where we can keep track of the licensing information, who created it. Now this is a Creative Commons license, which means you don't have to pay to be able to use it, but it's got some attribution restrictions, which means if we use this in any project, we need to make sure that we attribute Jacob as the original author. Okay, so how do we get this model into Blender? You can open the blend file, but it's probably easier to import it if you choose a different option. I tend to go for a GLB that's designed for online usage. This would be higher quality, but I'm going to download the smaller file. And then that GLB file, we can import it to your current scene, file and import, and then a GLB file here. We've got a Diplodocus or a Diplodocus, never know how to pronounce that word. There we go. So you've got to be careful when selecting an object. If we press G to grab, this is going to go horribly wrong. So I'm going to click on the whole collection over here to select it, and then I can grab it. So grab it in the Z axis, and maybe shrink it. There we go. Let's get another dinosaur, a Vastatosaurus. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but let's download it, get the credits, put that in our Python assets table. There we go. And what are the restrictions here? Yeah, again, so we're allowed to use it as long as we reference where we get it from. So that just means it's going to have to feature in the credits when we publish our 3D animation. Let's download the file. Again, I'll do a GLB file and put that inside the blend file, file and import. There we go. And it's probably there, it's just inside the sphere. There we go, so scaling it up, it's better. I am going to get rid of this part, so X to delete. And then bizarrely, the mesh is kind of split up into different sections. So let's see which one I've got here. Kind of makes sense to rename these. I know it's not a T-Rex, but it looks like one to me. And this is a cartoon dino. There we go. So you get this collection, GZ, scale it down, put it on top of the ball, get the other collection, that's going to be much smaller, and let's see if we can arrange it so that it's inside the other dinosaur's mouth. GYRZ. Okay, so you can see how if you had to create this model yourself, you could probably do a better job eventually, but using someone else's work, as long as you reference who originally made it, it's going to save you a huge amount of time in your scenes. Okay, so other recommendations. We've had 3D models from Sketchfab and HDRIs, the background images. There are all sorts of websites you can use for textures. Even just Bing Images and Google Images, if you're searching for tileable textures, is great, but they tend to be copyright protected. So searching for CC0 textures is really helpful. You can download some really good reference videos or photos from both of these websites. Just be careful to make sure that anything that you include in your scenes, you keep track of where you got them from, so that you're not trying to take credit from other people's work.